You have now entered the Stormcast. Cruising speeds are set. The destination has been met. You are now on a journey with the greatest host, the Stormcast. Action Jack. Nintendo Cisco. Geronimo. Trey. Vito. Sandstorm McDowell. Hypervision goggles should be securely fastened to properly see the truth presented. Get ready, Stormtroops, for another Stormcast. Grab your snacks, grab your drink. Don't blink, or you'll miss the Stormcast. Here we go.
Yeah.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for another Stormcast.
Woo, 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 woo.
And we are not here on a Saturday, which is going to throw me off throughout the podcast, but that's okay. We are here on a wonderful Friday. We actually moved the podcast for a lovely, wonderful woman because it was her birthday yesterday. Shout outs to J Mac.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
She is upstairs watching Megan 2.0, I'm pretty sure.
Haven't seen that yet. First one.
But you're right. But we are planning on doing stuff tomorrow, so unfortunately we will not have a Stormcast tomorrow. That is why we are having a Stormcast today. And I'm here with my amazing co-host of the day. Actually, we're gonna make Cisco the co-host of the day. Cisco, how you doing there, man?
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Doing great, man. Doing great. And then we got Action Jack in the building. Jack, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm just living testament that you should always make your own meals, because if you order, you may not get all your food.
You may not get all your food.
Yeah.
And if you get that food, it just might be cold.
Talk about it.
Nope.
With that being said, thank you for everybody for coming through. What up, 8-Ball? Appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate you showing up. We greatly appreciate it. And what's up to all those on Instagram? We see y'all. As well as Twitter. That's what we call it. As well as Twitch and on YouTube as well. Before we jump in, I'm not going to make the mistake this time because I feel like we made the mistake the last two times. We got to pray in.
Yes, sir.
So, Father God, thank you for gathering us here today. We thank you for the lovely platform that you have presented us with to be able to enjoy and talk about things that may be debatable to us, but we have fun doing it with not only each other, but also with the community and having a great time. We appreciate all that you have done for us, that you are doing for us, and that you are doing through us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
With that being said, I did not get a chance to check up on Ibs. I will do that. Because I remember we sent a prayer, did a prayer for him last week for his uncle. So definitely want to make sure that we hit on that. And just check in because the mental thing, we want to make sure that each member of the Stormcast, all the storm troops are doing great. With that being said, Cisco, how was your week, bro?
It was decent. Trying to think. Overall, the week was pretty decent. I was really focused on making content, and I was having a lot of fun with that, experimenting a lot on different kinds of content. I'm trying to do I'm trying to see if long form might be better, because right now what I'm noticing is the way YouTube is now is they want to be Netflix, but they also want to be TikTok. Yeah. So it's kind of conflicting. So I found out that if you go too crazy with the shorts and you build up a whole audience for shorts, they're not going to watch your long form content, which I like to do. So, and then some people are like, yeah, but you grow. I'm like, yeah, but you don't make money. So you got to be careful with that. So I'm like, okay, according to my analytics, it's kind of 50-50. So I think it's okay. But then I was like, okay, what if I did long form? Because the thing is I want to respect people's time before the shorts. So what's going on with that is okay, my videos are short, longer than the short, but too short to be long content. So I filmed that 27-minute video just talking about the Switch 2, and it's doing really well. It's the best video performing right now out of all the ones I've done this week. Yeah. So I think long term might be the really long content is what YouTube's been looking for. Mm-hmm. And I tried experimenting with shorter content, add more humor, more edits. That didn't really work out. So and it could also be the topic. Sorry about that.
Oh, I thought you were. You said comedy. I was like, oh, snaps.
Yeah, I'm not playing Ocarina right now. But yeah, no. So it's kind of similar to what I've talked about. the YouTube stuff kind of gets to me, especially when you wake up in the morning, you're like, did anything change? And you check the analytics, and all you got is like one rude comment and no new views, and it gets to me. I try to be tough about it and try to have thick skin, but it gets to me because when it comes down to like, this is my work and I put a lot of hard work in it. Something like that video about the Switch 2, I think I spent like 8 hours editing that. And, when I'm not seeing, I mean, there's all my people like already commented on it and liked it, but then it's like, there's no new audience. The only new people coming in are the ones coming from the anti-Nintendo channels trying to hate. And it's like, it gets to me. And, usually I try to delete some comments and stuff because I was like, I'm not even trying to show that because come on. But yeah, so I don't know. But then also, it's like there was a point when the Tomodachi Life stuff started dropping. I said, you know what? I'm like brain fried. I need a break. Mm-hmm. So I was like, let me go and start doing other things. And then I'm seeing, what's going on around our country and the world. And it's like, there's just negativity everywhere. And even religion plays a role in all that because you got some people, doing evil things in the Lord's name. And it's like, man, I can't even, I feel like even that's corrupt. And so I just feel like I was getting hit left and right. There was no safe space. So I don't know. Yesterday, it just kind of like, I don't know, my brain couldn't handle it. And I just went poof and I knocked out the rest of the day. I just slept. And I haven't taken a depressing nap in a while. So I was like, hey, man. Like,
yes, naps, bro.
Yeah, I woke up like, what year is it? Like, but I mean, it helped. And today I kind of just took my time to. Oh, I've been gaming to get my mind off things. I've been playing Chibi Robo. I forgot to post about that.
Ooh,
I've been doing Chibi Robo. I've never played Chibi Robo. The first one, the GameCube one. On the
okay.
Yeah, so I've been. It's charming. I knew I was going to love it already, but funny enough, I've never played it. And so now I'm playing it and I'm like, yeah, this is just Pikmin vibes and I love it. And so, yeah, but I'm feeling better today. I keep reminding myself I have a good community, I have good friends, and that, if I end up, if the world gets so bad that everyone's evil, but at least my friends are good and I have, all of my friends, and hey,
you're still winning.
Still winning. Exactly. Still winning. Can't complain too much, but yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Yeah, it was an interesting week for sure. I'm glad you came out on top, pause, at the end of the week. So, yeah, I feel like there's a lot to look forward to, especially coming up with this in this 2026. I know everybody's already starting the rumor mill of, new Nintendo Direct coming. New Nintendo Direct coming. It's coming.
That time.
I feel like we've hit that, or at least me, that precipice of where it's like, first we heard it was a Nintendo Direct, so everybody got super hype, and then somebody was like, oh, wait, it's just a partner Direct, and I'm like, oh, no, wait, no, don't do that. I'm excited for that too. Let me find out what that's about.
Partner Directs are heat. I love partner Directs.
Me too. Yeah.
So, if it ends up happening, obviously we'll be here for that live reaction of what goes down on the Directs. We always do the Directs every time. But excited to see what happens with that. Jack, how was your week, man?
I would say, let me start on the bad side of it. And this is kind of like a continuation of last week. We kind of started doing the interview portion at my job, and this is essentially me interviewing for my old team's replacement, right? So that's always like the downside of it, because I got to be the ones to look at them in their faces and still conduct things as a manager as if nothing's happening, right? To where the higher ups don't have to talk to them. All they got to do is just put out memos and meetings and like, hey, we're growing, and I gotta tell people, hey, you gotta go home. Right. So while I'm recruiting and telling you, hey, look, you got 2 more weeks and now your replacement will be here after that. But that aside, similar to Cisco, you kind of find that light somewhere in the darkness to where I finally pulled the trigger on a Wii U. I've been going back and forth between getting a Wii U or getting the 360 because I got my son one. But like I said, between him staying here and with his mom, I don't get a chance to use it really.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I'll pull the trigger and get a Wii U. And I always have fun tinkering with things as well. So this modification, I will say, on the list of modifications, I've done a lot of modifications. I've done the 360, the PS3. I've done my 3DS. I've even like changed out the hard drive in my ROG Ally. I've done all of that. This by far is the worst. Like, for everybody, I want to go through every video that says, hey, Wii U is the easiest modification you can do. I want to go through every video and I want to punch them in the throat because they only give you half the story. Yes, to get it modified is super easy. It's literally like download the files, put it on there, press the button a couple times, and you're good. But then when we start talking about the games and everything else, it is so detailed. From something as simplistic as, okay, real quick, and I'll get off of it. We all know the Wii U could play the Wii because it essentially had like a Wii built into it, but it could not play GameCube games.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, with a modified console, you can also play GameCube games through an application called Nintendo. So you would think, okay, I have, GameCube backup games. I have my Wii backup games, and then I have my Wii U backup games. So I should easily just be able to just plug and play, be good to go. Nope. Solely because the Wii U USB ports in the back, for whatever reason, can't power a hard drive. You either have to have a hard drive that has its own power source, or you have to get the stupid Y cable that I had to go to Amazon for and pay for shipping that costs more than a doggone cable. Which, by the way, still ain't here because it's supposed to be here at 4:00 and it keeps getting pushed back. But anyway, so
that's neither here nor there. But
right, and then they start you off with like, oh, you need an SD card because that's where all the files will sit, on the SD card. The thing is, they all say the same thing. We recommend at least 32 gigabytes. What they don't tell you is, in order for you to play games from a external hard drive, at least for the Wii U games, you have to at least put the games on the SD card and then install it to the USB drive. So the biggest game I have right now is 20 gigs. So if I have 5 games that have 20 gigs, that's going to take a long time. So I'm like, you know what? You screwed me again there, buddy. But luckily I had a 512 sitting around the house. So I was like, okay, I could easily do that with an adapter. But this has been, when I tell you a pain,
yeah,
it has been an extreme pain to where like the 360 and PS3, after I, download a couple files and did some installs here and there, it was done within a matter of like 30 minutes to an hour.
Oh, wow.
This was an all-night event, and I'm still not done because I'm still waiting for that freaking Y cable. So once I get the Y cable, I can test to see if everything works. But then I still got to set up Nintendo, and I still got to do the installs from the SD card to the hard drive, and then see if the games work. But all in all, while we're waiting on that, me and the kids and well, actually the whole family, we just got done playing Nintendo Land. Because the place that I got my Wii U from, they have a deal to where they'll give you a 1-year warranty, and then they also give you a free $10 game. So it can be a game $10 or less for free. And Nintendo Land just so happened to be $10. So pick that up. We already had Wii controllers, got everything set up, and doing the Mario Chase game, doing the Luigi's Mansion game. It was just a blast. And we were also doing the Metroid game as well before I came in here. But just seeing everybody have fun with something so simplistic, because my mom and my wife, they're not gamers. So me trying to go find a multiplayer game on the Switch is a no-go. Like, because I'll be spending majority of the night explaining what's going on. And then when I get done with the explaining, if they still don't get it, their fuse is this big. So it's like, nope, I'm not trying again. And I'm not trying to figure it out. So all in all, it's been good. And then after this, we'll go and game a little bit more for the family game night. But outside of that, man, it's been a blessed week to still have my job and still have the ability to make content, whether it be videos on gaming or music, which is, been the sole focus as of right now. But yeah, I'm just blessed to be here, bro.
Okay, that's what's up. I hope you guys didn't see me doing a whole bunch of lip syncing. Like, I was talking to Baby before. I'm like, yo, I need you to go grab me something real quick. She's like, yes, Dad. Anything else? Listen, I'm stuck in this chair, right? I can't leave like that. Okay. With that being said, we got a whole bunch of people in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all all coming through. J Big showed up. Switch After Dark. Thank you for coming through, bro. Really appreciate that. Squared is in the building.
Woo.
Triple M also here too, to hold it down, man. So we're kind of moving a little quick, but we still throwing out the usual. How is your mental for this week? So that question goes out to you all. I guess I'll throw that in the chat real quick. Yep, that's it. How was your mental this week? So for me mentally, actually it was it was a interesting week. Tuesdays is usually my my rehearsals for rap ministry. Didn't have to do that this week because we had makeups for our leadership reboot, which is like everybody shows up and then we kind of like talk about where the church is going to be and where they're moving for the whole year. Since I'm a deacon, I had to show up for the original, but don't have to show up for the second, the makeup one. So I took that time to chill with Just Brooks and sit back for a little bit. This week I really didn't get to play games, man. Like I really did not get to sit down and enjoy any kind of games. It was just kind of like a moving type of situation. I did get to watch some anime. Did catch up on some of my animes. Fire Force is out. Watching Fire Force. MF Ghost. Watching MF Ghost. Shout outs to all my Initial D fans. I want to say this as a side note. Jack's not here to catch this piece, but the way that he was talking about, oh, there you are. Jack was talking about rigging up. Yeah. See, he's talking about souping up all his systems. Up to this point, I'm like, dang, you sound like me with the cars. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like you found that one baby, and you like, boy, let me go ahead and try. So, but yeah, so been watching MF Ghost, Fire Force, Jujutsu Kaisen, because that's the thing. Hell's Paradise. I feel like there's another one that's in there somewhere. I think that might be it. So I've been watching all these animes because I haven't really had time to watch or to play games, which is okay. Because if I don't have time to play games, at least I have time to watch the shows that I really want to watch. Fallout is still going on. Haven't caught the latest episode of that. But yeah, so Thursday came around. We found out about the Tamodachi Life thing. Wednesday came around. We found out Tamodachi Life. And I was like, at first I was going to hop on with Winging It. And I was like, it's not going to happen because my wife's birthday is that day. So we ended up eating out. I've been holding a surprise from her for quite a while now. Ordered the tickets probably at the beginning of this month. Told her mom about it. But earlier in our relationship, not too deep, well, kind of deep in, but not too deep in our relationship, she was talking about how she always wanted to see the Blue Man Group.
They still go?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Okay. And so they just so happened to be in my city. And so I took her to see that. I feel like she did, but she made a brother feel good.
Yeah.
Real good, She didn't know all the way up until we were getting concessions, and because like she's not from my city, so being in the theater and everything, she's like, why are we here? And so she like seen it in the background of the concessions, and she's like, oh my gosh, are we here for the Blue Man Group? I'm like, yeah, man, that's what you wanted to do. So she got so hyped. It's cool to see. Like, I don't know too many friends that got like actual nerds for girlfriends.
Yeah, it's rare.
It's very rare, but it's really it's really cool to see them react to something that they really like, and in my head I'm like, I wonder if I act like that. So yeah. Switch, he said, I'm so over this ice storm. That's my mortal enemy right there.
Bro, I feel for y'all because every time I talk to TJ and then they was like, "Yep, we got 5 more inches coming." I'm like, "Are you for real?"
Yeah, we got the storm right now.
Yeah,
That's
Gotta go
nuts.
it's
shovel
over
out.
here too. Yeah, ain't good. But yeah, so that's been my week. Oh, one last thing. So I did pick up something. Now I heard this was rare now already on the rare list. And it's crazy that it is. And at first I was like, is it really that rare though? And I went into Walmart. I knew they were gonna have it. I wasn't gonna purchase it from Walmart anyway. I just wanted to do my research. Went to Walmart, they didn't have it. Went to Best Buy, they didn't have it. Target, they didn't have it. Meijer, you don't know what Meijer is.
I like Meyer. Meyer's great.
Yeah, Meijer, they didn't have it either. So I'm like, Jack and everybody else, Meijer is like the North version of Walmart, but like better. Like
It sounds like Fred Meyer's. The
uh,
only place I've ever seen a Fred Meyer's is Alaska, by the way. But Fred Meyer's is like a Walmart, but it's called Fred Meyer's.
hold on. Wait a minute. It may be one and the same.
'Cause I was
Hold
like,
on, now.
Myers and Fred Meyer's? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. So Fred Meyer, he's actually from Grand Rapids. So his sculpture and memorial is in GR. And it's dope. But anyway, so right, I know. They didn't have this, right? So I'm like, dang, let me go to GameStop and see if they have it. And so I went to GameStop. I'm like, hey, do y'all have this? Because I heard that it was hard to find. And lady's like, oh, let me check. Nope, we don't have it. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So she goes in the back, talks to my boy Jason. You know, that's the shop owner of GameStop. That's why I really be going to GameStop, because that's my boy. Shout outs to Jason.
Right.
She comes back. She's like, yeah, my manager said that we can actually take one of these ones that was pre-ordered, and because they haven't shown up, she's like, you can just take that one. I'm like, oh, for sure.
Hey, oh wow.
Yeah,
Because
Wow,
apparently
they hooked
they
it
said
up.
they were only printing a few more with the Magic Gathering cards in there. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, how is
That's
that possible? Did they not like release a lot, or is just everybody buying them?
Well, they said that they sold a lot, because even if you look at Amazon, they're sold out. But it's supposed to be the Magic Gathering one is only a short, limited supply.
Oh,
So-
should I even open this?
I wouldn't, depend on how you feel, because I mean, even if you look at the what is it? If you look at the eShop, the game without the Final Fantasy VII attached to it, that doesn't come out until February 1st.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so yeah, they're that print is only a short window. So yeah,
Wow.
you got something rare there.
Maybe I'll tell J Mac and she can find another one, because I'm really ready. It's FF7, but it's FF7 with the booster pack in it.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard to find. Really hard to find. So I'm gonna let her know. I'm gonna probably hold on to it. I really want to play it too. I was really thinking, like, once I get off of this podcast, it's go time. I may have to wait.
Yeah.
But with that being said, excited, man. I'm excited to actually play it, because I've been staying away from spoilers, but I'm like really excited to like finally make that trip, because I have not actually played Final Fantasy VII. It was my brother who was into the PlayStation life, and I was into it, but not as deep as him. So he played Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, and I was the one like showing up at his house, and he'd be like, "Oh, check this out," and I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of tight," but never got it myself. So, Switch said, "So this is the mass hallucinations that the Final Fantasy VII remake is on Switch 2 now." Yeah, a lot of people talk about that. Yeah, the Final Fantasy Switch is on. Yeah, the original. Yeah, the OG. Yeah, it's already there. Final Fantasy VII officially came to Switch this past Thursday. Nah, I'm pretty sure it was on there a while ago. No, that wasn't the real version. Was it not though? Was it not though? So that's how my mental is going this week. I know Triple M, I think he said something about how his mental he said I would buy my vehicle, not my car. I feel you on that. But I'm according to Jack, I'm gonna do the 360. I'm gonna do the 360 because I definitely want to play Most Wanted. And that alone is worth it to me. Oh, thanks, Switch. He said congrats about the Blue Man Group. Dang, I can't find the comment. Triple M said, "Wonder which Square Enix wants to sell the most, the original or the definitely the remake."
I about to say I would hope the remake with the type of money they poured into it.
I think they was trying to slip in the original. No, they had to, right? Because because Cloud was on the game or on the Wii U, so I guess it didn't matter at that point. But
yeah, I can't go back to the OG. I've tried. Because when I first saw the OG, my uncle was the one that put me on to like the PlayStation, and so he rented a game, and he was like, "Yeah, this thing comes with like 3 discs at the time," and I'm like, "Why?" Mind you, this is my first time ever hearing that as a kid, like a game that has multiple discs. I was like, I'm already going crazy that we're going to disc first and foremost because we're.
And your idea is like 3 discs. This must be a long game.
I wasn't even thinking about it in that aspect. I'm thinking about it in the sense of like installation, because I remember like PC gaming was coming up to be a thing at that time. And so before they started doing only digital, when you got those PC boxes, whether it was the Tomb Raider one with the flip up or any of those other games, most of those discs were installation discs. So it just never dawned on me. But when I try to go back, and I'm like, okay, let me see what all the hoopla was about. Looked at it for 1 second. I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. I was like, even one of my favorites, Final Fantasy VIII, I can't go back to that. Like, I was like, there's some things I just can't revisit. But I appreciate them giving me 7 for free with this game because I did the early package, but I didn't even download it. I was like, yeah, I appreciate you, but
nothing.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm good, big dog.
The move was nice, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah, you should have gave me 10. Like, had you gave me 10, we would have been straight. But
okay. So with that being said, we're gonna move forward. We have conversation. We got topics to talk about today. One is the Tamodachi Life direct that we had. That we're gonna get into, but we are getting into our main topic in a little bit, which is the debate of Nintendo using art style instead of raw power. But first, let's talk about this Tamodachi Life direct that we had. We got it on Thursday. I haven't seen it. Jack hasn't seen it.
I've seen it. I just didn't do the stream.
Oh, okay. So Jack has seen it, but he didn't do the stream. With Winging It podcast, and then we also have Cisco, who didn't actually watch it either. So you're gonna get a crisp reaction from us. I'm interested. I don't know if I'll necessarily buy Tamodachi Life unless I'm really like playing with some friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, that's the problem.
You can't play with friends.
You can't play with
It's a
friends.
single player game.
Oh wow!
It's
Wow.
The Sims, basically.
So that's
Okay.
So there's 2 things before we watch this.
Okay.
The no online aspect And then also similar to Animal Crossing is using real time. So when you go and you do what you do, there is no, oh, let me speed to the next day or whatever the case may be. Like, they're living their life in real time.
Yeah.
So like Animal Crossing, eventually you got to walk away because otherwise you're sitting there for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you played I played the one on 3DS. That one was great. It sold like stupid well too. I think it's the 11th most sold, like the 11th ranked on like the most sold 3DS game.
Oh yeah, it's addictive. Like when you put enough Mii characters in there and watch how everything plays out, that's amazing. It's just you got to have that creativity, and then hopefully Nintendo creates a way. Granted, they didn't mention it here, but create a way for you to share a Mii with me, or find some way to download Miis that people create, so that way you don't have to spend your time creating it yourself, and you just create this whole world of Miis. If you want to say, all right, we got the whole Sandstorm crew and the whole Winging It crew, and our individual members of the family in there too, it can turn into some very interesting events. Sometimes. Yeah, it can get real wacky. Sometimes it's situations you don't want.
Yeah, my avatar, me and Sakurai were fighting over Samus Aran.
Hey,
oh wow!
My character won though. So. I forgot who. I think Sakurai went for Rosalina afterwards or something. I forgot what happened.
So okay, so this is basically like The Sims, but Nintendo's take on it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Exactly what it is.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's go ahead and check out the direct here. I don't think we'll go through the whole thing, but we'll go through most of it and trying to get the gist of it. So here we go.
Hello to everyone watching the Tomodachi Life Living the Dream Direct. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi. This game has Mii characters, which you can customize and interact with. Oh, what is a Mii, you ask?
This is a Mii. What kind of dream life awaits you in this new Tomodachi Life game? Please take a look.
That voice,
this is nice. I feel like we haven't seen like the goofy side of Nintendo.
On this island are called
Triple M, you're
characters.
correct. You creating all those characters is half the fun for sure.
I'm a bubble.
It is.
Tornadoes behind.
And you'll be the one creating them.
Wow, this is
What
like
if you-
HD compared to
Yeah.
Family
first one.
Right.
and your
I don't think you
friends
can
lived
see
here.
Them walk around in the
How
first
about
one.
someone you really
They're just in the
admire?
apartments.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh
In
wow.
Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, your experience can differ based on the Miis you create as residents. Let's see how you could be living the dream.
I feel like J-Mac would probably like something like this.
Yeah, I think my wife would too.
I
We'll
agree.
begin
I'm
by
glad Mii's
creating
aren't
the
abandoned.
first resident. There are two main ways to make residents.
They're trying to
You
like
could
get rid of them.
start by
It's
answering
sports,
questions
it's
about
kinda
their
weird.
facial
It's like,
features.
why are we moving on from Mii's?
Or by creating each part individually. We'll go with the second
I mean,
option.
we're just here
From
with the,
scratch.
with
Let's try creating a college student. She'll appear as a character throughout
Yep.
the direct.
But they were trying to
Face
also
types
implement like a new version
To
of the Mii's.
hairstyles.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
And that was they were trying to erase like this style, but I'm
I
glad
like
they're
the
still
Wii look.
embracing it.
yeah.
Eyes.
The Wii
And
look,
more.
the HD
There
Wii
are
look
so many
goes
parts,
so hard.
including ones unique to this game. You can even choose the shape of
I'm about to say
ears.
we don't have ears on our Miis, so
Right.
Oh wow.
You can
That
adjust
mean looks
their height
real.
and
That's
body
real look
type.
to me.
You'll also
Really?
choose their name and gender.
Oh, you can make them say their name?
And if you'd like,
Angie.
you can pick their
Mhm.
dating
Yeah, you can make it say
preferences
anything.
and
Yeah.
more.
Oh wow.
But you can highlight all of them.
Pick their voice,
My name is Angie. My name is Angie. It's nice to meet you.
so creepy, bro.
and answer some questions about their personality. And everyone, meet Angie, an outgoing, friendly college student.
Wow.
Hey there. It's nice to meet you, leader. I'm Angie. I can't wait to start living here.
Oh, it looks like something is clouding Angie's mind. What's that?
Okay, I know I'm buying
Hey,
it.
Biggs.
There's no way I'm not gonna buy this. This
Oh,
is great.
how about some flan?
Flan.
Like I said, you'll think, yeah, this ain't for
Yeah.
me until you start seeing how other people create. And you're like, you know what? This is like my bag.
You'll need to take care of your me at the start.
I gotta boot up Tamodachi Life and see what
Okay, Angie.
Huh.
You got
It's so lonely, being the only person on Yumian Island. Kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies too. I wish there were other people here with me.
that voice.
Yeah, about that. The island is pretty barren at first. Angie needs some company, so let's create some new island residents.
Oh man, J Biggs, you ain't use them for Smash Bros.
First
forgot,
up
yeah,
is for
Smash Bros.
childhood
used them.
pal
Yeah.
Jess.
they were like adults in Smash
There's
Bros.
also
Ultimate. That was
Patrick.
awesome.
He's
They're
kind
beefed up.
and
But I like
kind
how
of
they
aloof.
had their
Dr.
move sets
Winters,
depending on what
Angie's
you chose. I
mentor
like
and
that. And I
professor.
also use mine in Mario Kart 8.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
Willow,
one
yeah.
a
too.
barista
Yeah.
at the local cafe.
They're not in Mario Kart World, which I was like,
Crystal.
oh man. It's
One
Yeah,
like a
of
weird,
Angie's
like
friends from work.
crossover thing.
A crystal ball.
Hugh Morris, a
Oh, I heard about this
jester
guy.
and
Apparently
jokester.
it's all ladies.
Hugh Morris.
And Mocha, Angie's childhood teddy bear.
What the heck? How do you make that?
He said absolutely.
You can even make me characters by combining different features.
No,
or
I
by
will never
using
play
face
with my
paint.
me.
Oh, you can draw on them? What?
That's cool. Yeah.
As more residents appear, the island will grow.
With some cool customization.
I don't know why you
Even
have.
if the
streets
residents are friends in the real world,
and you ain't got no
they
cars.
won't know each other here, at least at first. There needs to be an opportunity for them to get acquainted. Let's try bringing Crystal a little closer to Jess.
I'm gonna say that was awkward. Like, what you staring at me for, cuz?
My name is Crystal. You're Crystal. I'm Jess.
And now they know
My
each
Jess
other.
doesn't look like that, just so you know.
Once this happens, the Miis will start interacting on their own. And depending on where you drop a Mii,
Where said nothing like getting screwed over by a Michael Jackson me or Mario.
different things might play out. Angie, what happened?
Yeah, boy. Angie go through this direct, boy.
I think Dr. Winters and
She
Hugh
go through
Morris
it.
would be fast friends.
Love that idea.
What
Angie,
should
you
we
need to
talk
get out of
about
that
to
house
help
with
them
nothing
get
in it.
along?
Well, here's a little conversation starter.
Yeah, can we have furniture in the?
Monster trucks.
I hope so.
Because in the first game, you
first
couldn't really
one-
do that.
No, not in the first one.
They were just always empty.
Hugh Morris, say hello to Dr. Winters.
But this one you
Dr.
can.
Winters,
Dr.
this
Winters
is
looks like
Hugh
she
Morris. Do you feel like talking about monster trucks?
Sorry, Dr. Winters. Did you see that report on TV yesterday? The one about monster trucks?
Of course I saw it. I've been itching to talk to someone about it.
Oh, I was going to say, it was so boring that I fell asleep. I guess I'm just not that interested in monster trucks.
I see. Oh, that reminds me. Apparently Dr. Winters made a cameo in the report.
Is that right? Whoa. You know, maybe we do have a lot to talk about after all. I bet we could be good friends.
They hit it off.
You showed up in the show? No stuff. I guess we are friends.
Time
Right.
passes in the same way as the real world.
Really good
So,
house.
even when you're not playing, the Miis will live their lives of their own accord.
That's what's so crazy to me. It's like
That's a mountain.
the game isn't playing, but it's still playing. Like they're
Mhm.
Sorry,
actually still moving
my
around.
mind was somewhere else.
No, it's my fault.
Oh
Are you
wow.
okay?
Yeah,
Look at you
man.
right there.
They got infatuated.
Yeah, I'm
Angie, don't
Fine.
do it.
Then
That's
you're
the right
both
one for
fine.
you.
Good. Stay safe out there.
Look at them eyes, boy.
Right.
He's locked in.
Angie, no.
Oh. Is this a vision of Angie falling
This game
in
gets
love?
wacky. I remember the news
How
showing
curious.
off one of my Mii's
Anyway,
as a deer,
let's
and they were like, they
introduce
found a
some of the shops that
homunculus
bring
in
the
the
island to
jungle,
life.
and there's just like a Mii's face and like a realistic deer. I'm like, what is this?
First up is
Oh,
the
wow.
Food Mart,
we
Fresh
get
Kingdom. The daily
I
offerings
love
include
this. The
standard
realistic
menus.
images. I love that. This bag.
Some
got
days, though,
vampire teeth.
you might get some rather unusual options.
Yum.
Try finding
I
your
love the
favorite
PNGs.
eats.
That's so cool.
Oh wow. You just ate
This
crab
is the
shell and
clothing shop.
everything.
Hey.
Where and where? You'll find a dolly dress outfit, a sunny side up outfit, and even clothes like a hot dog costume and a wrestling singlet.
Tomorrow,
Oh, wow.
Ronald,
Man, loked up.
I'm a
Right.
If you want to change
I
up
can
your
hardly
look,
move
head
my
to
arms.
this shop. Next, the news station, MNN. It's your source for everyday
J-Big,
happenings
essentially,
on the
you're
island.
just the creator and you just let them live.
We've got a
And
surprising
you
news
get
story
your
for
enjoyment
you.
from their reactions
Early
to one
this
another.
morning, an
Oh, yeah, see?
unidentified creature with an extremely
That's
long
what I'm talking
nose
about.
captured,
Realistic
only to be
animal.
later identified as local resident Angie.
You can also re-watch the news later.
That's
if
exactly
you'd
what I was talking about. Yeah, it gets weird.
Oh wow.
like. Revamp your room with the home supply store TNC
Oh.
Reno. There are rooms for
Oh,
people
let's
who want to
go,
be library
Bridger.
dwellers
What up, Dark Boy?
or who dream of living in a supermarket.
Crash through kryptonite.
Design your
We're gonna have
room
a lot
with
of
a
those.
plethora
Oh,
of
so
options
she
from
is a
this shop.
vampire.
All you do is create and make them interact with each
Here's
other.
the marketplace,
That is
where the
it, my
items
friend.
sold will change based on the current time.
Doesn't sound like much, but
and try your luck.
you'll sink a lot of hours into it.
Probably the best deal on the island.
From great finds to unique mystery bags. You might be surprised at what you discover.
A
A
lion.
lion.
At Phototomo,
So random.
you can choose a me, background, and placement. Then snap a picture.
Oh, nice. That photo mode. I have a Nintendo game.
Try
these days
making
without a photo
memories
mode.
with the residents
Right.
via photos.
If only
Humorous,
I was that creative, man.
humorous
Oh, it's Dr.
for
Winters.
Smash Bros.
What's on your mind?
Let him be
Union
the
doesn't have enough
representative.
greenery. Can we get some more plants around here?
That's a great idea. Anything specific?
She got a vision. Does the lion at least eat them?
I think you could eat the lion.
Let's spruce things up.
Oh wow.
Well, look at that. The town's landscape looks beautiful, thanks to Dr. Winter's idea. In addition to taking suggestions from residents, you can place landscaping items across the island. This
where the
is
Animal
where
Crossing
quick
stuff comes
build
in.
comes in
Right.
handy.
Welcome.
At this shop, you can purchase a variety of decorative items.
Dang,
like
y'all
benches and
expensive.
plants.
Do y'all got deals?
You can even make a space for residents to hang out. Like
I mean,
this.
it ain't like you just not on my
You
island
can
that I
also move
provide
houses
y'all
and
with
shops
living for.
around,
I forgot. I think to make money in this game, you
or
have like you basically
expand
take their
areas of
taxes.
land.
Like they're,
Oh wow.
they basically pay taxes, and
So
you're taking
go
it.
ahead and
That's how
change
you,
things up
like,
to your liking.
spend
Oh,
on
so
them.
you can expand out the island. Okay.
In
cool.
due time. Creating islands
Oh,
like
really?
these are
He
possible
said I think
with
Smash
just your
Ultimate has some
imagination.
clown or jester outfits for a humorous me. Oh wow.
Look at that. That's crazy, actually.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
See, this is where I struggle to be creative. I can't do
Yep.
something like this.
Yeah.
I don't have it up here.
Yeah. No.
I just
Yeah.
don't.
And I'm a creative person.
Here's an
but
alien
when it comes to,
who's
like,
recently been
landscaping, I don't
popping
got
up
that
in
in me.
Angie's dreams.
I'm creative verbally,
Mocha's
but
friend
visually,
Latte
no.
has
Yeah,
also been showing
same.
up. The island's becoming pretty lively.
Me wheel.
That's Patrick, sporting
no.
a smug stance.
Patrick?
Patrick.
There's Dr.
Andrew,
Winters waddling
Patrick
around
got
town.
Angie hooked.
Hello.
And here's Jess, socializing skills and crossed arms at the ready. These tiny habits are called little quirks,
What?
which you can gift to me characters.
Little them
They
quirks.
walk a certain way.
I feel a bit more like myself.
Do you?
The little quirks can differ,
That seems about right.
like how
That
Mies
seems
enjoy
about
their
right.
food, for example.
Oh, see, he's got stuff. Or was that a shop?
You can also gift them with phrases.
No, yeah, there's like, they're like
I
furniture or
usually
something.
end up crying when I go to the movies.
Oh.
I don't know.
Some other little quirks include wiping away
I was in
sweat
Japan.
or tossing and turning while asleep. Try finding the
Oh, yeah.
little quirks
Well,
that
down my
match
wife.
each me.
For sure. Be perfect.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
Angie.
Tell her she going
Angie,
through
why
it.
so glum?
Get off of him.
Patrick shot me down.
No.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Patrick was never for you.
They be getting sad in this game. It gets.
Let's
Wow.
get Hugh in here.
Yeah, Hugh,
I was
come make
talking
it
to
feel
him.
better.
I was literally talking to that man.
That was divine intervention right there.
Why can I never keep my hoodie strings even? There's a rumor going around that Mocha is worried about you.
Thank you so much. I feel a little better.
That's good. Nah, come on, man. Nah, not
You a
on
problem.
humorous.
She a simp.
Nah, bro.
She a simp,
I'm
dude.
so touched by
The first
humorous
one that showed her
kindness.
interest.
And now my heart seems
When you
to
look
be
at her the right
racing.
way, it's a wrap.
Wow.
Wait. Is Angie falling for Hugh Morris?
No.
No kidding. We'll see how this unfolds.
Angie,
But first,
dignity.
please take a look at this.
Oh, it's Crystal. She's out and about,
What is
dog
that?
by her side.
That's not a dog.
But this pup isn't an ordinary
That's
pet.
not a-
You can create it, all
What?
thanks to this workshop, Palette House.
I'm gonna create baby Chico.
Here's how Crystal's dog was made.
Oh, wow.
But that's not the only thing you can create. A customized latte,
Okay.
Mouse functionality for this?
Right. Because it's needed at that point.
Jess's
Yeah.
favorite TV show,
Hey.
or Patrick's sweater that
Oh,
lights
I like
up the
this.
night.
That's
Nah,
not good.
forget Patrick.
You
He ain't
can
getting
knit
nothing.
to your heart's
Yeah.
content.
Canadian.
Patrick doesn't deserve a sweater. And if he does, it says
Also designed
it's supposed to
the
say, I'm a
exterior of the
loser.
house and the ground. Yep, you can create items and use them for your island.
How many slots we get for this?
So go wild
Oh,
and
wow.
make what you want at Palette House.
That's crazy.
Right. Make a whole city?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Angie, what's on your mind?
Angie's a
You
problem.
know who it is. Hugh Morris.
I can't hold back my
Humongous.
feelings for Hugh Morris. I need to tell him how I feel.
Head over heels,
Well,
and
let's
he
hope it
says
goes
they're good
well.
friends.
We've got to cheer her on.
Definitely. See, I would say
Where should I
definitely
confess
not.
my love?
How
Hugh
about
Morris,
on a
he
Ferris
wants the
wheel?
alien.
How should I confess my feelings?
Old-fashioned way.
Why not the old-fashioned way?
Desperately? Oh man.
Oh, that's really hilarious. I made Reggie. I made Reggie do that. That was so
You
funny.
know, if it goes well.
He like went on his knees and was begging.
So-
It was so
The
ugly.
truth is, you see, so, Hugh Morris, I'm in love. I'm in.
I know exactly what you're trying to say. I'm totally in love with the view from here, too.
Dang.
Actually, that's not what I was going to say. I'm in love with you.
Where's the
Can we
alien
go on
at?
a date?
Alien's gonna pop up. No.
Hold it right there.
Oh
The
no.
one who truly loves Hugh Morris is me.
Oh, it's a
Hold
street
it right
fight.
there.
And Dr. Winters, too?
Hugh Morris. Not
Well,
My
the
boy.
one who truly, deeply loves Hugh Morris is me.
Hugh
I
Morris is
confess
out
my
here.
feelings first. That means I love Hugh Morris the most.
Hugh Morris. Which of us do you choose?
Pick one of us, once and
he's
for all.
like,
Oh wow.
he doesn't love
Angie
anyone.
was true to it. You gotta
Yeah.
pick Angie. Angie was true to it.
I'm so glad you feel the same, Dr.
What?
Winters.
Oh, poor Angie.
Oh,
She's been
no.
turned down a second time.
Dr. Winters?
Angie be going through
Why
it,
does my heart
boy.
hurt
What?
so much?
Y'all about to make her go out into the ocean and never come back.
Oh,
You gonna go after the
Everyone's
teddy bear
rolling with
next, or
Mocha.
what's up? Like,
Right.
I want to try living with Angie.
what?
that's a great idea.
Terrible idea.
Well, right.
Something you think we'd enjoy doing every day if Angie and I lived together.
I hope not every day.
Oh, right.
You tight?
Angie and Mocha go way back. So why
So it
not
must be pretty
reminisce?
intuitive to do stuff
Let's
like
have
that.
Yeah.
them talk about
Mhm.
when the two of you first
I mean, the
met.
3DS one was intuitive.
I
Yeah.
think you're right. I'll go talk to her.
She ain't at home, bud.
Can
Oh.
I have a word?
What's up, Mocha?
Well, if the two of us live together, what's something you think we'd enjoy doing every day? Let's say it together. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Talking about when we met.
met.
We are so compatible. Let's move in together.
She ain't
Good for
going.
you,
She ain't
Mocha.
weird like that though. I'm telling you, Mocha.
Here's
Don't be
their
finding
home.
no slick stuff.
Looks like they're
And once you
really
find a man,
living
you
the
on your way
dream.
out again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is thirsty. You know what I mean?
Best of all, Angie looks much happier too. Here in this big old house, up to 8 residents can live together.
Yo, that's dope. Oh, he got a car in his?
You'll be able to see different sides of the Mies when they're under the same roof.
On 3, say the first name that comes to mind when you think of a fashion icon in this house. 1, 2, 3.
It ain't you.
Me.
It ain't you.
This guy.
He full of himself,
And that's
bro.
that. The Mies on this island
would've
will
never had
live
time
out
for
their
Angie.
lives however they
No.
so choose.
He would have picked himself over
When is
Angie.
the game coming out?
When is the game coming out?
They
The
might
alien.
befriend
That's awesome.
someone, live together,
Always handling the cleanup.
or even fall in love.
Oh, he got him a little thing.
There
See
you
how
go.
their
He Morris got married.
relationships change. And help them out where you can.
Hugh Morris stopped wearing his clown costume?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, put
crazy.
on that wedding suit, bro.
That's crazy. He better get married in a white version of that
That
clown suit.
concludes a basic overview of Tomodachi life, living the dream. What did you think?
I think
Soon,
it's great.
it'll be your turn to create your own island.
Did they have a release date for that?
What kinds of me
Yeah, that's
characters
what I'm
would you
wondering
make?
right
Mm.
now. This feels like a
Tomodachi Life,
April,
Living the
March kinda
Dream
game.
launches on the Nintendo Switch system
Oh,
April
there you
16th.
go.
April 16th. Okay. Living the dream.
The game will also be compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Now, there's one thing I was
Thank you for
surprised they didn't announce any Switch 2 features. So maybe they'll do it later.
Yeah.
But there was no mouse mode mentioned, which I'm like, this is a shoe in.
Oh, that's the end.
Right.
Wow, we watched the whole thing. I didn't even
Yeah.
feel.
I was expecting not to watch the whole thing, and then we ended up watching the whole
I was
thing.
engaged the whole time. Wow.
Humorous, man.
And that's exactly what Tomodachi Life is like.
Yeah.
You think, wow, how do I even play this? How could this be that fun? And then you spend hours on it, not even realizing.
Just
It's
the fact that we watched that whole thing, I was waiting for episode 2. What happened to Angie?
Yeah.
But that's like a perfect streaming game. Like having your whole fan base watching, and then if you say, you know what, I'm gonna make Serton Square and J Biggs. All right, we're gonna put them in here and see how they interact with everybody on my island.
You got a
That's
point.
what you can do. Yeah.
You got a point. Like just straight off the stream, like whoever shows up in here is gonna be in the game.
Yeah, there you go.
How y'all move.
And now they feel invested into the story, you know? So it was pretty dope.
Wow. Interesting. Square said Tomodachi seems like a good and safe entry life sim game for young gamers before getting into the sim, or even Minecraft for creating from scratch. I think it may be something that I may give for Baby Sandstorm. I ironically think she would have like a continuous laugh at that and be like, "Look what they did!"
And then you got like stories at the dinner table, and they're like, "Who are you talking about?" Like,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
my character's on Tomodachi Life. Like, oh, okay.
This one time he came up, and yeah, she would think the talking was absolutely hilarious.
There's even something they didn't show off. Like I'm sure they brought it. I'm sure they're bringing it to this game, but like you were able to make your own songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Perform. Yeah.
Oh man, that would be great.
I mean, it's gonna be super goofy and janky, but
yeah,
you were able to like. What I like is you can type stuff and they say it. It's all text to speech, so you can do so much with that.
Yeah, it seems very intuitive. I think that's really cool. A-Ball said, Tamagotchi Life, living in a dream, looks like a day one for me. I enjoyed the 3DS version.
That and Metopia got slept on. Well, not slept on because they sold very well, but people just kind of dismissed them immediately. But Metopia and Tomodachi Life took off.
I remember Metopia. I had a lot of fun with Metopia. Square said, "Yeah, I'll get it for my nephews." J Big said, "That is the type of game I would be watching a live stream. The stream play the game. See, I think that's interesting that you brought that up, and I wonder how many people are going to actually do that."
Oh, I've already put the bug in TJ and Zap's ear. I was like, "Hey, do that. Like y'all already play games together. That's what y'all do. Go ahead and do that. Yeah,
you're gonna become a Tamagotchi for life."
Yeah.
At that point, like I had to start the game all over because the story with the last people was getting so crazy. We're gonna have to, and it's funny because you can spend your time, or interesting, I should say, not funny, but it's interesting that you can, obviously your whole game is still playing while you're not actually playing the game, and then when you put it on screen, you really kind of just sit back, do the minuscule stuff, but you really kind of just sit back and watch what's going on and the interactions and stuff like that. But you can spend more time actually interacting with your chat and everything. And yeah, man, I think that's really cool. Cool. April 16th, we'll see where I'm at that point.
Because we don't know what I'm trying to think. Release dates.
We don't know too many of them.
We don't know too many. Yeah, so we'll see.
I don't know about Yoshi.
We got Super Mario Tennis Fever for February.
That's February, yeah.
And then isn't March Pocoplia? Or we don't know yet.
I think it is. Because they're already doing that press run right now. So yeah, I think it is.
March for who?
Pocopia.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So April is Tomodachi Life, and then
Tomodachi Life.
Yeah, I guess we don't know for June yet. I know we got Fire Emblem.
We still got Fire Emblem. We got
Splatoon Raiders.
I'm excited for that one. I think that's probably a summer game, like August.
It's gotta be. It should be
September or something.
Yeah.
We got the Yoshi game that sits in there somewhere.
I feel like Yoshi has to be very soon too. Like that's gotta be.
Yeah.
Rhythm Heaven still doesn't have a date.
Rhythm Heaven.
Oh, that's a good one too. Oh, we got a good lineup.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Rhythm Heaven is gonna follow like a Tomodachi Life thing with $60 instead of 70.
Yeah, nice. You would hope.
I hope so.
You would hope.
I thought for sure Tomodachi Life was 70, so I'm really happy to see it 60.
There were some people that were highly upset. I was like, where have y'all been? Like,
I don't think that makes sense. It was 40 for the original. We're like a decade. We're like two consoles. We're two generations, or
right?
But even more than that, we're like a couple generations ahead.
Yeah,
$20 more for
this is
very HD version. I think that makes sense.
I'm about to say because this is the first one that's on the console. The other one was on handheld, so yeah, it's to be expected, especially with as much stuff that can pop up in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing. Like I'm hesitant to put like the whole fam in there because you can determine what the character's preference is, but there is no like, oh, this is my mom, this is my dad, this is whatever. It's just you like boys, you like girls, you like both, and have at it. So
Right. Then
Yeah,
you
you
get
could
something
have
weird
a
happening,
weird
and
mix.
you're like, whoa, back away.
Yeah.
Back
King,
away.
you know,
should I? No, that's your mama. Chill out. Like,
Yeah. Grandma's gonna go with King Boo or something like that. That gets that crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
I put my parents in there in the original, and I remember they rejected each other. I was like, but they eventually did get together. But it was like, but then they have kids, so then it's weird because then suddenly I have a brother in the game, and it's like, wait, what? Wait, I'm confused now. Like,
I ain't got no brother in real life.
yeah, like that's weird. And yeah.
Okay, so really excited to definitely play the or at least check it out. Watch other streamers check it out. So we're gonna move on to our main topic, which this is I feel like a topic that we almost rinse and repeat a lot. So there's a lot to break down from this, right? So the big question of the day is Nintendo choosing art style over raw power, right? And we've seen this for quite a while now, leading up to this point, and I'll let you guys explain out some of this stuff too. But it really kind of started in the Wii era, right? Choosing art style. So, why do you think Nintendo has opted to go for a uh a art style over maybe something, well, even photorealism is an art style, let's just say that.
Right.
But instead of going raw power and art style, or raw power and photorealism.
I mean, honestly, I mean, the writing was on the wall. I think Iwata said the same thing of there's only so much you can do, right? And even then, the sixth generation at the time, it wasn't really tapped like that for real. We didn't reach the limits of seventh, eighth, or none of that. Like a lot of people will look at some game and will instantly declare it as, oh, it's pushing it to its limits. How do you know that? Like, just you're not running any metrics or anything. You just automatically look at it and it's like, you know what? That looks like it's limit. I'm like, no, that's not how that works. There's different engines, different types of developers, different things and assets that come along in games. We can never eyeball what is pushing the game to its limits. Now, if it's because even now you look at certain games like the new Dynasty Warriors game, right? Comes out on everything and it runs horrible. Are you now telling me that it's pushing the limits of the PlayStation 5 and the Series X and the PC? No. They come to find out they need to do some more optimization, and bam, it works fine now. So it even runs very well on the Switch too, with all of the thousands of soldiers that are on the screen that the series is known for. But I feel like Nintendo went that route of just understanding that there are certain art styles that are inviting, timeless, more accepting, if you will. You look at Mario. Mario is very inviting. I don't know how much people delve into the idea of art in itself, whether it comes from the art of visual or sound or touch or whatever. But one thing you can tell Nintendo prides themselves on is the art of visual, sound, and touch. They always express, hey, our consoles are made for our games. Like, that's what it is now. You can work your way around it if you want to. Like, we'll think about you a little bit, but let it be known, these next couple games that we're dropping was made for this console, right?
Yeah.
So, like, even when we think about sports games, the Wii was at a disadvantage. We didn't get the attached controllers until a little bit later on, but with NBA Live, you were shooting with the Wiimote. Like, like there was no way around that. Nintendo does not care. So at the end of the day, they're going to see what works best, what is going to be comfortable, and what's going to be a great experience for you. So when you do look at their games and they get targeted for not being in that realistic category, but really it hasn't panned out for anybody for real. Let's be honest. I mean, if you look at the top selling games in video game history, games like Minecraft, games like Fortnite, like those games they have no bit of realism in them, but it's an inviting environment along with colorful palettes, great sounds, and opportunities for you to actually kind of create your own game and do what you want within those games. Of course, there's going to always be outliers when you look at stuff like Call of Duty, right? But even Call of Duty is getting away from realism, honestly, because of all the stuff that they throw in those games now. They're far from realistic, so they're getting more into the arcadey style of things. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it was the best move for Nintendo. I think Sony and Microsoft will find out sooner rather than later that it really doesn't pay to have all this mocap and this realistic graphics, and it's like, man, it looks beautiful, but man, did it burn our pockets. And we're not getting enough back in return. Like we joke all the time when you look at each console's like sales charts, right? Nintendo will have a mixture, whether it's first party or third party. Sony and Xbox is all ball and shoot. Like it's just it's run and shoot, bro. Like it's either got guns in it or it's got a ball in it, and that's just what they do. So for me, I'm like, okay, Sony has great exclusives. Why are they exclusives? Never in these top 10s, except for when they come out and then or either go on sale and then they fall off. So it just never makes sense to invest that much time and power into something when in reality you can do amazing art style outside of photorealism. And we've seen it with Spider-Man already, right? Like Spider-Man's had a plethora of games before Sony got it. And some of those games are highly regarded and had like cell shaded graphics and just different art styles and ways to where you can still make it seem like he's swinging super fast or that he's punching these characters very hard or whatever the case may be. There's other ways around it, but honestly, I think Sony and Microsoft themselves kind of like put themselves in this hole, so they have no way but to stay in there. So, but for Nintendo, I think they were very smart to allow themselves to be a little bit more open-ended. If they want to go that route, they can, and they just pick an IP to do it, opposed to saying all of our franchises are going to be like that. So, but yeah.
And yeah, you mentioned timeless, and that's exactly it. Like, we can look at, I mean, I was literally just saying earlier that I was playing Chibi Robo, and I think the game looks great. Like, the charm is still there. Yeah, with the lower polygons and stuff, but because of the art direction, the characters are more cartoony. It ages well. And it's not even just Nintendo. I mean, I played, there's one example I have is, I don't know if you guys heard of this, Grim Fandango. It's on the, and I played it on the PlayStation 4, and it looks good. But if you make me play a realistic game of that time, it's not going to hold up as well graphically or like visually. It's going to be like, oh man, this is kind of a mess. What's another game I had an example for? So when it comes to realistic graphics or like art direction is very important because art direction is like the foundation of the mood and tone of your game. Right. And some people don't. The majority aren't going to vibe with like a dark and gritty, very realistic approach sometimes. For example, I really like the From Software games. So like Bloodborne is like, I think Bloodborne is one of the greatest games ever made. Elden Ring, Sekiro. But if I try all the time to get friends on that, and they'll eventually buy it, and they're just like, this is not for me. I'm not liking this. But then, something like Tomodachi Life, I'm sure they'll spend hundreds of hours on. It's like, the art direction that Nintendo tends to take is more inviting, more of a general audience, it appeals to a wider margin. If I show my grandma Mortal Kombat, she's not going to be too crazy about that. But she thought Wii Sports was pretty cool because it was such a, the art direction is more inviting, more timeless, I guess, more like for a wider audience. Not so heavy on the eyes, I guess is the way of putting it. It's not overstimulating. And some goofy cartoony games can be very overstimulating, but I think I think it's cool that Nintendo can go in the route of being more graphically, I don't know, realistic, or like we see that with Metro Prime. Like Metro Prime, I think is their go-to for those higher end graphics. And something like Mario can keep the whimsical, creative side, colorful, palettes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So. I mean, we see it all the time. Even games like, even indie games right now, like Untitled Goose Game, Hades, Hollow Knight. I mean, it just goes on and on. It's just it doesn't have to be super realistic graphics. It could just be these really good art directions, and it works. People like it. I think for me it's the timeless. It's like they age well and they appeal for a wider, more general audience, and I think it works out.
Yeah.
Not to say those realistic graphic games aren't bad either, but you can't again, art direction is everything. Sometimes having those realistic graphics makes your game look super generic. I feel like the more these samurai type of games we get, the more generic it looks. It's like I can see that they're using the same assets that they get in Unity, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, these graphics are amazing," and I feel like a lot of people don't see what like game designers would see. It's like I see the same tree. You're using the same tree, that asset that you would get off of Unity as a package that you pay for as a subscription or something. It's the same copy and pasted boxes and stuff. It's and for a game with a art direction that's more like, let's say Nintendo, like a cartoony game or a pixel game, you got to design all that from scratch, and so I think that's more impressive. So higher end graphics and more detail doesn't mean like a higher quality to the game. Sometimes you'd be surprised that a lot of these things are actually just copy and pasted assets, but with nice lighting to make it look better. But yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. So one thing, you guys said timelessness. One thing that is like the holder, right? Is the fact that you can take a game, because now we're moving into like heavy now, into remasters and remakes for a lot of the games, the old games that we have. And one game that really stands out to me, when you talk about timeless, I think it's one of the most timeless games out of any game period, is Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Because of cell shading, right? And so looking at the GameCube game versus like the Wii game is like, it's like a huge upgrade, right? The HD quality, the ambient global illumination, the shadowing, and all of that, like how they have the bloom effect. Though I think it's a little strong in that game, but the bloom,
I agree. Yeah.
Just like all of those pieces, right, make that game look absolutely gorgeous. And I think by them having those kind of art styles, really holds up. Another thing, shout outs to Squared, both Squared and A-Ball, because they both said this, so I want to say it too. It definitely keeps the budget reasonable, right? Nintendo is always looking for a profit. And I think when it comes to the other two companies, as far as first party titles, we can even talk like the third party companies as well, but it's like, who's slanging the big stick, like the biggest stick, you know what I mean? Like, oh, my stick is bigger and better than yours, look at these graphics. And I'm like, nah, look at these graphics, son, because these ones are better. But nobody's like really looking to see like, how is that really affecting your money? How's that really affecting your sales? And instead of taking it upon themselves to be like, yo, we spent 2 movie budgets on here and we got sales of what we would sell in 1996. They're just like, well, it's the gamers' fault because they're not buying as many games anymore, or you know, it's we have to appeal to a wider audience, so we have to go to PC, like stuff like that. It's like never their fault, you know what I mean? It's never on them because they spent too much money. You know why you're not rich? Because you're not saving. And you know why you're not saving? Because you're too busy spending. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think you know, keeping the budget low and stuff like that, with the art style that they choose. But so don't get it confused though, because I feel like you can also find realistic things in games that don't have ultra realism, right? So one perfect example that I can think of is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And so there are certain Pokemon, like if you look at like Dragonite, for example, you can actually see the scales on Dragonite, where it just used to be a smooth, just structure, smooth body. So they actually take on principles of like what they are actually supposed to be. So there's a sense of realism. But the last thing I want to say, and I think this is kind of most important. Well, the last thing I'm gonna say for now is the most important. I find myself, especially when it comes to games like JRPGs, I find myself getting oddly more interested in stories when they're not bent around ultra realism.
Yep, I'm the same way.
It feels more like I'm playing an anime, but I get to control the anime character. I get to do this or that. And I'm huge on anime, but I think it also, it's easier to convey funny moments with games that don't have ultra realism. I know me and Jack, we've talked about this before. Was like what we kind of brought up the question, and this might have been behind the scenes. I can't remember it was on the channel or behind the scenes, but it was like, what makes Grand Theft Auto unique anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The antics used to be like the funny stuff, the outlandish stuff that they would do. That was the funny stuff. But now we're so used to that. We're so desensitized to like every game doing that. That is that kind of game that it's just like it's normal now. But when you have games that are in a different art style, whether it's cell shading, cartoonish, 8-bit, and they do some like silly antics, the way that they react in those, right? Like even we just watched Tamodachi Life. We just watched the whole thing of Tamodachi Life. Not real, right? Angie had me going. You know what I'm saying? Eyes going crazy. You can't do that with realistic games. So it amplifies like a lot of the emotions and stuff like that. And so it immerses you in a different way, other than like, oh, I feel like I'm in the forest too, running. So yeah, that's my little piece.
Yeah, let's go.
So with that being said, hold on, let me read off some of these because I know you guys are going crazy in the chat. Let's see. J Big says Super Mario Galaxy. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. Even with the HD, with the Mario, what did they call that? The Mario, the pack that they had with
it's about what Galaxy and
64 and
what was that called? Oh, what was it called?
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't buy it.
Yeah, I can't remember. But I've seen the upgrades for that. He said, I like the bloom effect. I always like when blooms turned up in games. I do too. It gives it like a nice little sheen of like, oh, you know what I mean?
Now, one thing I would like to see too, speaking of like graphics and bloom and design, is for racing games to figure out how to still give off the visual of speed, but then make it not so hard to see. I think right now I'm playing Storm, and sometimes you're going so fast, and in the Midnight Club games and the Need for Speed Underground games, every race is at night. So it's so blurry and it's so shaky and you can't really see what's coming up. Sometimes I'm glancing back and forth at the map, going back and forth, because by the time you get up there, you're like, oh, I got to make a turn. You're hitting a wall. Because you can't see, it's not clear enough. So hopefully they can come up with a better way of kind of giving off that visual of, yes, I'm going at these supersonic speeds in a way. Yeah. Same way with what's the one we're playing right now? Not Fast Neo, but made by that team. It just came out on Switch too.
Grid
at launch. Fast Fusion.
Oh yeah.
So with fast fusion, like you can give off a sense of speed, and you can still see far enough ahead of you to where it's not like, oh shoot, I gotta make a split decision that really isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
But even when you talk about arcade racers like Grid, and then also Gear, what's it, the Gear Club, you can see very well. Now, granted, you're not going stupid fast with those, but ultimately you can still see ahead of you enough to make a decision. I think that's another set of games that I think needs to kind of alter their art style a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when y'all mentioned bloom, that's the first thing that came to my mind, because they have so much bloom in those earlier racers.
Yeah, especially when you go from like dark to light, and it's like really dark, and then the light come in, you be like,
whoa,
yeah. Blinding yourself and your character blind at the same time. You're like, what in the world? Yeah, no, I totally agree. I feel like that's kind of why they started doing a lot of the Need for Speed games in the dark at first.
Yeah.
Just because it's a lot. Well, okay, so I remember Most Wanted was during the daytime, and then Carbon was at nighttime, and then they had the one after that. I can't remember what that one's called.
Pro Street or something like that it was, or
that
Hot
one.
Pursuit, or
But I was thinking of the open world one.
Oh, okay. I don't know. They made so many of them, dude. Like I don't even know anymore.
I have it. It must. I think it's over there. But anyway, that one, and it's you see a huge distinguish. Like at nighttime, it's so much easier. The frame rate, and I hate to talk about that, but the frame rate stays stable. But like in the daytime, it's just like all over the place because of the clouds and the sun and all this other stuff that they have to allocate for. So yeah, but no, I love the bloom too. It gives that perfect sheen of like this is a video game in all its glory. Ib said, "I'm sorry, but I feel ray tracing is the biggest scam in gaming at the moment.
It is.
Do we really need light and reflection to be realistic? No, not really. No, we don't. We absolutely don't. And to be honest with you, do you really even like notice if it is in there?
I still don't even see it myself. People are like, oh, there's ray tracing. Where? Yeah. Like I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's one of those. Thank you, Tremulum. Yep, Most Wanted. It's still one of those that's like, I think this is ray tracing. And like, no, that's not ray traced. And you're like, okay, whatever. But I think too. So this is also this problem is just bigger than this, right? Because I'm gonna expand this problem. So when you have high budgets and stuff like that, when you have high budgets for games, the things that you can do in games start to be a lot less. The things that you can do as far as like interacting and stuff like that starts to be a lot less. Now I know somebody's gonna be like, well, what about Pokemon ZA? You can't go into all the houses and blah 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 blah, but that's actually not the point of the game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But what I mean by that is that the budget gets pushed towards the visual fidelity instead of the things that you're allowed to do, right? So like so thinking of and this is and y'all know where I'm going with this. So I watched a video of Crimson Desert, right? It was I think it was like the story and the locations video. It came out a couple days ago.
Okay.
And I'm watching and I'm like, okay, you know, this is a game that I've been kind of excited about, but I'm still kind of curious, you know. I got a whole toe in plus like a little big toe at the other side, you know. And as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want that in there. So things like there's an ultra hand in there that you can use to lift up objects and move objects around. And I'm like, you're doing the Zelda thing. You're doing the Zelda thing. Like, you should be doing your own thing, not doing the Zelda stuff. Do your own thing. You don't even look like Zelda, so why are you doing that? I know they had the whole glide thing. Every game has a glide mechanic these days. Albeit, I like the way that theirs looks, because it looks like you about to turn into Spawn or something like that when you glide, and the whole cape just like covers you. I think that's cool. Then they showed off that you can. All right, peace out, Jack. My bad.
Peace.
Have a good night, man.
You too, man.
Then they showed off that you can play as other characters, and these other characters, there's a character who can, shoot guns, and there's another character who's like the heavy guy with the big axe, and you can run around locations, and I'm like, this feels like Witcher, but like adding other characters that you can switch around on the fly with.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are they borrowing from so much? Well, it's because when the budgets are high, I feel like developers can't really come up with their own ideas anymore.
Well, they want to just make a game that brings in that profit, and they don't see that Nintendo starts off. I think their development philosophy is like starting off with an idea for gameplay first, and then they start adding in all the Nintendo stuff on top of it. They might be like, oh, this would work very well as a Star Fox. All right, so they start adding in all the Star Fox stuff on top of the initial idea for the gameplay. Whereas I think a lot of studios are doing the opposite. Oh, it would be so cool if we had a samurai game with the best visuals, and then, or I'll pick it on samurai games this stream for some reason, but any kind of game, it seems like the visuals come first, and then they get into, oh wait, what should we do for the gameplay? And it's the same exact gameplay as any other AAA realistic game, crafting, I don't know, dodging attacks in the From Software manner, it's all the same stuff. The skill tree, and I like skill trees, but you can tell when some games are very authentic when they do it, and some games are just doing it because they're just like, whatever, give these players something, we want money. But yeah, man, I think it's, and that's why we've got very few developers that we do now, because it's just kind of like, well, we got to follow the trend of what's going on right now, right? And we kind of saw that really heavy. I want to say we actually kind of saw that really heavy starting in 2012-ish. It was the whole end of the world sequence, right? So like every game had its like, it's got to be the end of the world. Call of Duty at that point was like, we got to stop the end of the world. We had Zombie U, love Zombie U, but it was the end of the world. We had Assassin's Creed 3 at that time that was stopping the end of the world. And it was like, everybody has to come up with their version of like the end of the world piece, right? And then, Breath of the Wild came around, and it was like, oh, we got to have our Breath of the Wild moment. Ubisoft had their Greek game, it was like Kid Icarus type of deal with the same like trailer, running up to the hill, and I forgot what that game was called.
Like it. So like everybody sees like the wave, and it's like, we got to follow the wave. This is what they're into. Now we're doing hero shooters and arena things, and I was like, we gotta have our own arena.
Because then Fortnite came, and now everybody wants to do battle royale. Everybody wants to do a battle pass. Yeah, that's what started with Fortnite. Because at first, remember, and then Overwatch did loot boxes, and every game wanted to do loot boxes. Then Fortnite came around and said, no more loot boxes. You earn your stuff by level. And then every single game said, oh yeah, okay, we'll do that next. And now we got battle passes. And some games that should not have battle passes have it, like Destiny and Star Wars Battlefront. And, like, I don't know. There was all these games coming out that was like, you don't need to have a battle pass. Enough.
Right.
But, yeah. And now I'm hoping, like, with Marvel Rivals and Helldivers, like, now we're doing this, like, you buy the pass, but you keep it, and now you can achieve it any way you want at whatever pace you want. I like that. I hope. I'm actually gonna stop playing Fortnite from here on out, just because I never finish the battle pass anymore. It's boring, so I don't get far enough, and then I lose it. I'm like, man, I just spent 1,000 V-Bucks on that thing, and it's like, now I won't play Fortnite anymore until they bring in the passes that you get to just keep working on, despite if the season ends or not.
Yeah, it's just kind of annoying, right? Because we you and I, we both coming from a generation where games were super quirky. We talked about this with the 6th gen. We talked about this with the 5th gen, about how we were getting like ridiculously weird games. I'll show you how weird they are, and y'all probably all know about this. But this is y'all will never in your life get another one of these games. Because y'all know this company, and they only make the same type of game. Y'all are never getting these. Y'all are never getting these games. Like, please understand. And if you don't know who made these games, hold on. Let me show you who made these games. And this is why you'll never get this kind of game, because they've already found success with that one style. You see that right there? Right there.
From Software.
You are never getting a Lost Kingdoms ever again. And this is a card-based game. This, to me, in my opinion, these are the best. These are the best From Software games, period. From Software games, period. You ain't beating these games. And they're both really expensive. So, but the point is like, there's no more quirkiness anymore, except for in indies. And that's what I'm kind of grateful for, is that we have the indie scene, and the indie scene is actually popping off the way that it is, because those guys are allowed to, right? They don't really have to answer to anybody specific. Sometimes they do, but their budget is so much smaller. They have to work with something that has to be weird, that catches your attention, right?
Yeah.
Hollow Knight would have never been Hollow Knight if it wasn't different, if it wasn't a little bit weird, right? We would have never gotten Silksong, for that matter. Even back in the day when we got Cuphead, and Cuphead had that unique art style, which was like, it was like, yo, these look like 60s and 70s cartoons. Like, this is really cool.
Octopath Traveler but fits in that too.
Yeah. Octopath going with the HD 2D. And they were on an HD 2D tear, man. I tell you, I just wanted them to make Xenoblade like that. Or not Xenoblade, Xenogears. Wanted them to make Xenogears in that HD 2D art style.
I know a lot of people wanted, suggested that maybe, what if we got a Pokemon like that with, like, for Black and White remakes?
Oh, that would be fire.
That would be really cool.
That would be so fire. So yeah, so it's great that we have those. And that they're not all really that expensive either, right? So you're not breaking the bank playing some of these weird games that exist. I wish more people actually, to be honest with you, would play those type of games. And I'm glad that Nintendo still does indie world and stuff like that, because I feel like PlayStation doesn't really do it as much. They kind of put it into their main stuff, and Xbox, I don't think, really does it at all. But it just, those are the type of the games, even for the indie crowd. Those are the type of games that we can have now, but in the future they could still work, because a lot of them aren't, photorealistic. So I think too, to kind of bring it back in about the photorealism versus art style, Nintendo doesn't really ever have to play that game. They never had to play the game of having to try and make Link look as realistic as possible. Now, have we had those pieces? We've had it in Twilight Princess. But that was a showcase. If you remember what it came from, it originally came from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. That was the last major Zelda game that we had. And then you had Wind Waker, which everybody complained about at the time. Everybody complained about it.
Everybody was mad about that one. Yeah, I remember.
And so they were like, okay, bet we can do this. And so we got Twilight Princess, and everybody was happy about that. Now, mind you, the next game after that was Skyward Sword. And while it wasn't the same realistic look, I felt like most people were actually on board with that. And it had a more painted, like soft touch to it.
It was like a mix of the two, like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, like met it in the middle.
Yeah. So, and that game also got a remake as well. So, Nintendo's never really had to play the ball of like, look how dope our stuff looks, and realism. And when they did, like you said, Cisco, think of the Metroids, right? The Prime games. They have that extra little gloss on it. But I would even dare say that those games, yeah, they bring a sense of realism, but it's like sci-fi real, you know?
Yeah, and they have their own art direction as well. The color palettes are pretty bright in Metroid. You got the suits and the enemies. They have very unique color palettes as well. Like it's just like these bright colors. But it's just, when it comes to Nintendo, it's just on the more realistic side of any other IP, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what else they got that would be like realistic. Everything's got an art direction.
Right. Because you can even say like Bayonetta is realistic to an extent.
Yeah.
But there's so much like there's so much stuff in between there that it's like it's not really realistic.
Yeah. And visuals like The Last of Us work very well for The Last of Us. The problem I think we're having is everyone's developing this mentality that every game should look like The Last of Us, and that's not the case because certain games, I don't know. Like let's go down the line. Like what's that game? Returnal. That was like the PS5 launch game or something.
Yeah.
Like it looks good on its own, but imagine if we pushed art direction more and made it look kind of, I don't know, a cartoony. It could look very unique and iconic. But when I see Returnal, not trying to diss on Returnal in any way, I think that game's really cool, great. But I think that game could be actually way more iconic if they were to push the art direction. Because even some games that have really crazy art directions are super popular. We got Stardew Valley, we got Portal, we have. I mean, I could just, once I start listing, I'm just gonna go on and on and on. But I don't know. And when it comes to like the visuals for, like, let's talk about PS5. I think Ratchet and Clank is really impressive because it has that art direction, that cartoony vibe, and they could really push the graphics with that. And like I said, I don't know, a lot of these AAAs they're announcing, again, not to pick on samurai games, but a lot of these samurai games coming out, they just look the exact same to me. I'm like, they look the exact same. They need to, art direction is very important, and I respect game companies that do really try to focus on art direction when it comes to their games.
It's funny you said Ratchet and Clank because it does look like, even though it has, I wouldn't even say a sense of realism to it, it just looks like more of a modern day like cartoon, right? We know it doesn't have that 2D look to it anymore. It's like Sonic and what was it? Sonic? What's the Sonic game where Knuckles is like all top heavy? Sonic. Yeah. It looks more like that, right? Where we're used to Sonic being 2D, like there's just 2D with the rounder head and everything. It looks like more like a modern cartoon, right? To your point, to the samurai thing, and I think to be honest with you, I think the problem with the samurai thing is more the location that it is the game itself. Because what developers have not done is separated samurai from Japan at this point, right? So every time you see samurai, you see Japan and you see the tall grass and wavy, it's like you said, it's always very samey. Nobody has decided to be like, well, what if we had a samurai in the medieval times. You know what I mean? Or like, what if we took the samurai and put them in the future in a city? You know, in the middle of the city. You know, it's always been kind of the same aesthetics.
Yeah.
And so because for the most part, Ghost of Tsushima is the one that really kind of really kicked it up a notch.
Yeah, it started that. Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro were kind of like the ones that start that. But I feel like a lot of these ones that have been coming out lately have been pretty generic looking. But like, you know, they can still take place in actually Nintendo has a samurai game that is take place in Japan and all that, and it has a very strong art direction, and that would be Sakura Samurai. Not a series that's been getting titles lately, but it's I'm looking at some images right now, and it's like it's got a very clear art direction. And you know, sometimes we can even flip the script a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes even Nintendo's art direction can get a little redundant as well. Like I remember in the 3DS days, a lot of these games were coming out. I'm like, oh, like a lot of them look kind of the same. Like it's just I don't know. I think it's good to have a lot of variation and a lot of range when it comes to your art directions for different titles. But I'm just picking on Samurai because I don't got any other examples. But
no, I mean, even so there are some games that I mean, we've even talked about it with art style. Matter of fact, last podcast, we were talking about how we think you know, it's probably about that time to move on from the Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild palette, right? And Nintendo does that when they find like huge success, which is odd because I feel like they didn't find huge success in the Wind Waker palette, and yet they used it over and over and over again. Like, you know what? Since y'all don't like this, we're gonna keep throwing it in your face, throwing it in your face. But we got great games out of that, right? I love Spirit Tracks. Actually love Four Swords when you can actually find 3 other people to play with. So it's sometimes they do great, and sometimes they even make it even weird. Oh, what up, Vigil? Appreciate you coming through. No, this is not an extra live stream. J Mac, my wife we're celebrating her birthday tomorrow, so we won't have a podcast tomorrow. We're just having a podcast today. But they even kind of get weird, right? So like the game that I think of is Mario Odyssey, right? So you get some of the cartoony flavor, some of the like outlandish look, art style to it. Then you get a real looking T-Rex, you know? You get real people walking around. Yeah, like it's so they even do that, but it's not a matter of them trying to, you know, push raw power or anything like that. It's just, you know, the idea that they came up with, or the fun that they were just trying to have. So
and that's the fun. I think Ratchet and Clank, I didn't play the new one. Isn't that what they also kind of did as well? Weren't they going like from world to world?
Yeah,
and things were getting interesting and
cross worlds. No, that's
Sega. Rifts.
Rift. Yeah,
Rift
between times. Rift between.
Something
I don't
like
remember.
that.
But yeah. He said, "Well, don't cut off Cisco this time." Oh,
what did I get caught off?
Because we were talking about something at the end of the podcast.
What was it
last week? And I was like, we got. I was like, we gotta go. And then you were like, I'm passionate about something.
Oh, what was I passionate about? I'm trying to remember. What were you talking about?
I don't remember what it was.
Dang it! I'll have to look at the stream and remember what it was. No, I remember what it was. Hold up. Yeah, I was dropping Vigilante's name. Yeah, I remember. I like that. I like that. That was a sneaky one, Vigilante. I appreciate that. I was like, man, what was I talking about? Man, what? No, we after the show, Vigilante, I got to hear from these guys that you were a pretty cool guy, so I respect But I do have some harassers in my comment sections these days. But it turns out the source isn't really coming from you. It's coming from a different anti-Nintendo channel. So finding the source of that. But anyways, back to topic. The one so I'm talking about samurai games being redundant. Okay, so I remembered now the game that I was thinking of. Everyone's hyping this game up, or I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of my friends are hyping this game up. Phantom Blade. I'm sorry, it looks the exact same as these other games that I've been like. That's one I'm kind of picking on. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool.
Yeah.
But it's when people are like really hyping up, like, I guess that style, that visuals, and I'm like, okay, but I was hyping up Sekiro. My friends didn't want to try Sekiro. I was hyping up Ghost of Tsushima. Some of them, that's not really someone a lot of people get a pushback on, but they do get a little like, okay. Ghost of Yote, no one played that one. And I'm like, okay, now we got Phantom Blade. And people are like, this one's it. I'm like, what happened to the other samurai game? This is the same thing. And now we got Beast of Reincarnation, which also like kind of has that same feel to it.
The samurai.
And so that's where I'm like, see, I don't know, like it's cool, but that's where I'm like, I'm seeing either a lack of art direction or like a redundance of art direction here that people are hyping up. And then that's when we get into this whole topic of like Nintendo's quality versus PlayStation. But then I'm like, but you see here, like I'm seeing a pattern here as well. Like it's getting a little redundant, and it's like, yes, the visuals are great, but also like how many assets are being reused in the game,
right?
Like this, and that's my point with that. It's like I don't know, but that's not an attack on Phantom Blade. I watched there was like a trailer about it, and there was like a boss battle, and it was awesome. It looked good, but
the irony is I remember when we first saw the announcement trailer for Phantom Blade Zero, and they were showing it off, and it was like, man, there is no way the combat is this smooth. I mean, this looks like real world like fighting, like how they were sliding into each other's swords, and like just the movement looks like smooth, and I'm like, there is no way you're going to be playing a game like this unless it's just a bunch of quick time events that the moves would be this smooth. And then we didn't see it for a while, and then it came back around again, and it was like, oh, it's not as smooth anymore. And then it was like, oh, but it's still kind of smooth though. It's still kind of smooth. And then we didn't see it for a while again. And then we saw it just a month ago. And it was like, that's not as smooth as I originally remember it, but it still looks all right. And it looked like you said, like just like everything else. So like somebody told me that right now it's the Chinese developers that are really like kind of leading the way. And all the Chinese developers are doing this like same kind of artsy style. We've seen it with like so Black Myth isn't a samurai game, but it kind of follows that same kind of premise, right?
Yeah, it's still kind of a similar, I guess, vibe, look.
Yeah.
It's also like a From Software game type of vibe. Because my friend played it, so I watched a little bit of it, and it's like lore heavy. It's very From Software, like lore heavy. And then you got like kind of a boss. You're basically just working your way up to the boss.
Yep. So it's like all these games kind of have that similar like feel of like what you're supposed to be doing, and because of that, it's like we're just playing the same game over. Like,
and that's nothing wrong with that, but it's when people are, my take is when people are hyping up those games.
Yeah.
Say that Nintendo's not doing a good job. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Right.
They're using the same, I don't know, maybe not using the exact same assets, but it's similar. And it's like, oh, we're two sides of the same coin. Let's put it that way.
Right. And
Wukong's so pretty good. I didn't get to play Wukong. That was a game I was really excited for too.
So Wukong, I mean, I played it to the end, and I do think it was a very good story.
Wow.
Yeah, it won Game of the Year that year, I want to say.
I I don't know if it won Game of the
Oh,
Year.
maybe it didn't win it, but it was what do you call that? Not winner, but
Nominated.
Nominated. Thank you. Nominated for Game of the Year. Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game, and they have a second one coming out. And those games, because they like run similar, and as a matter of fact, From Software made Armor Core, I want to say not too much longer after, and that game kind of runs the same way. Work your way up to the boss, fight the boss at the end of the level, beat the level, you know, add your equipment, all that stuff, go to the next level, start off, work your way to the end, fight a boss. And it was like you said, very rinse and repeat, which is not to take away from any of those games, because Armored Core it's a really good game. Black Myth was a really fun game. It's just
Astrobot won that one, by the way.
Oh, Astrobot.
Yeah, it was Astrobot. Which I think that's cool.
And that's a different type of game, right? It's a different style game.
Yeah, that was my hopes for Game of the Year was Astrobot, because of everything we talked about was the art direction. You know, again, Wukong was cool, but like you know, even back then I knew, I'm like, well, we've had like 4 or 5 games that look exactly like this, play exactly like this, and then Astrobot was like taking platforming to a whole other level.
Yeah,
with all that HD goodness, and it was like, yeah, I mean, this I don't know, that was my pick as well.
And that came off the back, and I think it would have been more ironic because it came off the back of Elden Ring, because I want to say Elden Ring was the previous year.
Yeah.
For winner. So
Sekiro also won.
Yeah.
So it was like, you don't want to have more
right
back to back.
All these games that are very similar to each other are all winning. I wonder why that is. Yeah. So and that's to say Jedi didn't actually win, because that's kind of a similar-esque style game. But you're right. Now that I'm going through the line, I'm like, wait a minute, that kind of plays like that game too. It's the gameplay mechanic that's always similar, and it's like, okay, so this is what people really like. This is the style that they really like. Maybe not everybody's an Elden Ring player, or you know, good enough to be able to play an Elden Ring game. So we'll make something just slightly more accessible and stick a different character onto it. So instead of playing your own character, you can play as Jedi, you know, and run around that way. People like Jedi. I like Jedi. So, you know, that might be a thing. Give them to a couple different weapons, and in the form of different lightsaber styles. That works. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I see it. So that makes me wonder what is going to be the next like thing. We're like I feel like we're in the middle of the Japanese or the Chinese developer era. What is going to be like the next trend that we kind of
trends in gaming? Yeah, so that should be a topic for next. Save that one in the pocket.
Yeah, we're gonna save that one. That's actually gonna be
going through the trends.
Yeah. So that's gonna be it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. We actually did phenomenally well. We cut it. We cut that boy real thin.
Yeah, we got through the topics. I think the only other the only other thing to talk about, if we want to, is like there is the dispatch that's considered with news. We kind of there's some news segments we haven't discussed. There's also the Walmart leak that was the NSO for Pikmin 2 and Metroid. That didn't really make as much waves as I thought it was gonna do. Because I saw everyone on Twitter talking about it, then I made a video on it, and by the time my video was out, that was super dead conversation. Nobody cared about that anymore. And then Nintendo has now said that is not accurate, and those games aren't planned to come out at this time, which I still believe those are coming. I think they're just damage controlling that. Dispatch, it's a little weird with Dispatch. I'm noticing there's a little back and forth. We're getting new information every time, so there's not a definite answer right now. But it seems like there's two sides, because people were blaming Nintendo for that one, saying that they had too strict of guidelines.
Yeah, the censorship policies.
Yeah, but it seems like there's miscommunication or something, because it seems like it's the developers made a statement recently, right before the show started, and they were saying something about. I wasn't following entirely, but they were saying something about. It seems like a mix. It seems like Nintendo has certain guidelines that might be a little complicated, and then they didn't really follow it through that well, and then they kind of. I think there's something that messed them up. They're taking the blame, and they're going to work with Nintendo to fix all of this. But it seems like it's not like Nintendo evil or developers of Dispatch are evil. It just seems like there was something that miscommunication, or might be their first time working with Nintendo. I'm not sure. There's a lot more information coming out more and more. And they said it's not going to take days to fix it. It's going to take weeks. That's what they said in their statement. So
I think it's interesting because this showed up, and I don't remember the last time, I should say, that I recall Nintendo actually like going up to a developer and being like, yeah, you gotta censor some of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, so it already striked me as weird. Not to say that it can't happen, right? And not to say that maybe it didn't happen, because at the same time, you know, they could be trying to damage control it themselves. Like, well, you know, like, we don't want to step on any toes. We still want to sell games on this platform. But with that initial thing, and I put a tweet out there, basically, you know, saying like it's crazy, right? It's a cool thing to bring Nintendo down lately. That's the spice. But it's crazy to me that articles like this come up, but do you ever see like articles of Sony censoring anything? Like, there was nothing that came up about them censoring.
Actually, I know one.
The only one I can think of is the one with Phantom Blade, right? And them
for censoring. Wait, Phantom Blade was censored, or?
Yeah, not Phantom Blade. With the girl that everybody compared to Bayonetta.
Yeah, what with the girl?
Yeah. Something Blade or oh man.
Too many of these. Yeah, you said Phantom Blade. That's all that pops in my mind is Phantom Blade. It's something else. It's I know what you're talking about with the Japanese
Stella Blade. Stella Buns. As Jack would call them, Stella Buns.
Well, kind of on that same level. So there was a series I was really into. It's what we consider the Gooner games, but Senran Kagura. I know how that sounds, but those games are actually really fun to play. Like, I really like the Senran Kagura series. Despite everything else, the puns and the but Sony actually ended up censoring that game heavy to the point where like that series is basically dead now. And they were thriving, like they were releasing games all the time, and then they released the newer ones on Nintendo, but they went like a furry route in one of the games, and I didn't buy it because I'm like, hell no, I'm not buying that. Sony basically, I remember like Marvelous was just kind of like, yeah, this kind of kills the series completely. Like, Sony is on us and doesn't want us making these type of games on this level, and and it was hypocritical because then we get certain things going on in Last of Us Part 2, and it was just like, what the heck's going on here? So yeah, I was a very big hater on Sony in that moment when it was like the Last of Us 2 stuff, all that drama going on with that, and then them killing off my Senran Kagura series that is officially dead. I don't think there's any more of those coming out.
Yeah. See?
Sony censors like crazy. They've done some crazy things. Not to mention they're trigger happy on killing studios too. But that's a whole different topic.
That's very true. Yeah, because they let go of Forspoken so quick. But yeah, so we don't often really get that. We don't often really get that like conversation. So, but I also know that during these times, once again, it is how can we bring down Nintendo next? Which is I'm gonna throw this in here too in this conversation. Because I also threw this on Twitter. Crazy how this is a awkwardly silent conversation when it says, I don't know how that
Oh,
worked.
I saw you tweeted something about that recently, right? I think.
Yeah.
The conversation about game key cards got real quiet when everybody wanted the 7 remake.
Yeah. So it was like,
I'm gonna be honest. I still don't really understand the whole game key card situation. To me, I'm like,
it doesn't make it.
I don't really understand it. It's like a digital game that you can like physically trade away or sell, right? But it's overall like a digital game. So it seems like people won't get mad if you say, okay, digital only games, but they're trying to give it more of an option with the digital. That's how I'm understanding it. But I hear people talk about it in such a negative way, and people are so angry about it that I'm like, ooh, there must be something I'm not understanding, because I don't have a game key card yet, so I don't really understand how
they don't like the idea that you have to put in a key card. This is my understanding. Anybody can tell me I'm wrong. They don't like the idea that you can put in a key card or a cart in your system and have to still download the whole game, because you still have to download the whole game. So it has the negatives of a digital game, but like you have to put the cart in order to play the game. That's what they don't like.
Code in the box is worse. Yeah, that was like 1010, I think. 1010 on Nintendo Switch was just a code. That's
Tony Hawk's was the same way too. Tony Hawk was the same way too. But see, this is my other thing, is like there are games out there like Red Dead Redemption where there's 2 discs. Red Dead Redemption 2, where there's 2 discs. The first disc is totally for installation. The second disc is to play. You don't ever use that first disc ever again. So you want to complain about paying for 2 discs, still having to download, and then taking out 1 disc to pop in another disc. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of playing PC games back in the 90s, where you got an installation, installation disc and a play disc. But even though it has those negatives, like you said, it has the positives. If you don't like this game or any game that you have that's a game key card, you sell it back. It's easy as that. The other problem that they have is like, oh, if the servers go down, then you can never play this game again, which is actually absolutely not true. Shout outs to video game. Shout outs to video game her. She actually tested that theory on original DS. And found out if you had already popped the game into the system, you can go back and get your downloads. If you digitally downloaded something, you can go back and get your downloads at any point in time.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that gets shut down so easily. I don't know if a lot of people here know, but you can actually do like mystery gifts on Pokemon Black and White on the DS. You can still do that. There's like what do they call it? DSN or DNS? I forgot the server. Like you can put, change it on your connection and connect to a certain server, and like all of it will be there. I don't think that's officially from Pokemon Company, but like there's things out there. Like you'll always be able to still kind of fall back on a connection, even at something as old as like you said, like the Nintendo DS. And you know, I don't know, like there is a fear of digital media getting lost. For example, I remember Sony at one point like stripped my movies from my PlayStation because they said we're done with the movies and all that. I'm like, well, I just bought a bunch of movies. What are you talking about? I remember I didn't have access to them. I got to check what happened with that. But I think I still have access to them, but there was something weird that happened. Like I didn't have access to my movies, and I'm like, that's great. They just revoked it. But another example is Destiny. They have these expansions that you pay about 30 a piece, and they'll just remove it. They'll just say, all right, at this point, we're going to remove the Cade 6 story. And you're like, wait, hold on. But wait, I paid for that. What do you mean you're taking it? And yeah, it's just dumb. Like there is that side there is a reality that digital media can just be taken away.
Yeah.
Those who bought into Concord, those who bought in, well, no one cared about that one, but those, I think a big one was was a multiverse. There was one where like people were buying up stuff and then they shut down the game, and then they were like, "Well, no refunds." I forgot something like that happened. I'm not very accurate in what I'm saying, but I remember like multiverse got shut down or some game like that. One of those Smash Brother copies.
Oh, multiverses.
I think it was some game like that.
Yeah.
And they just like shut it down, or I don't know what happened.
Triple M said yes. Back when PC first did this, I was sounding the alarm. Nothing. Now that Nintendo is doing this, where were those people back then? Not many was with they dogged on me. Yeah. All of them decades later. Yeah. Yeah. And it's ironic because PC kind of went to the whole digital scheme, like basically in the early to mid 2000s, right? And that's basically where consoles are about to go, is kind of into that digital frame.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because when we talk about like digital or even game key cards, right? We put today's logic against future ideas. You know what I mean? So, like, perfect example. You go onto Steam, right? You buy a game. Say you buy a game. You play the game for 30 minutes and decide you don't like this game. What can you do with that game, Cisco?
With a key card or with
no, on Steam. Like if you paid for a game, you purchased a game, and you only played it for 30 minutes, and you were like, you know what, I don't like this game.
I think they refund you, right?
They refund you, right? But
Yeah.
we don't take that same logic. We don't take that same logic with console manufacturers. Like, you know, we don't think of that logic, right? It's like, oh, once we purchase a game digitally, and I'm talking about in the future, like when things just move over to digital, like, oh, once we move into digital, like if we don't like a game, we just own that game now. We just can't return it. I like my physical media because I can return a game if I don't like a game. But it's like, who's to say that you can't return the game in the future? You know, who's to say that you can't play it for a certain amount of time? They could follow the same structure. It's no problem for another company to follow the same structure, especially if they're moving in that same route, right?
Now with Nintendo, I thought there was something they were trying to do with like the virtual cards where you can like load your digital games or something on it, and then borrow it to somebody. But I don't know what happened to that. I don't know if that's out now.
It still works. Yeah, it's out now. I will tell you, I don't know if it's a mega hassle for me because I don't have everybody in my family on the same plan yet. Like, I got to move everybody on the same plan. But man, is it a hassle. Like, if one of my kids plays Mario Wonder, let's say, got a physical version of Mario Wonder, and they want to play Mario Wonder. No. Let's say digital version of Mario Wonder. And I let my daughter play it, and she plays it, has a good time. I'm like, you know what? I want to play Mario Wonder. Then it's like, oh, wait. You want to play that? Hold on. We got to make sure that you're the right person. Is your Switch nearby? Because I think the last time you played it was on your original Switch. So you got to put those close to each other to make sure that this, and it's like, how do I got to do all that? I'm the guy, all right? This is my Switch too. This is my Switch. Why do I have to put them near each other in order for me to transfer that kind of stuff over? It shouldn't be that way, and yet it is.
Yeah.
So that sucks. But on the flip side, you've played with somebody, right? You were playing what's the game? Age of Imprisonment.
Yeah.
And so you got to play with somebody, and you didn't even.
Oh, game share, yeah.
Yeah, have the game. Game share is lovely. So it's just one of those things, man.
Yeah. No, game share. Nintendo's really pushing out game share, which I'm appreciating. More of that would be really cool.
Yeah. I hope we get game share for basically any and every game. Your experience is how I imagine the execution really was supposed to be in the first place. It's like I have no interest in this game, but my friends are playing this game, so let me just hop on the game share, and then you play it a few times and you're like, maybe I should buy this game. You know, it's like free what's the word? Free advertisement and like the easiest rental service that you could do with somebody at the same time. So yeah, I hope that's a thing in the future. I now, mind you, I had a problem with Madden and that experience of having to level up to be the right skin color, but those kind of things too, of like, hey, you can play the full game and it's in all its glory, and you have this much amount of time to be able to play it, and you just download it and play the game for a certain amount of time. You know, that's the way to go. Those are smart moves.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Is there anything else, any other topics that you wanted to touch base on? I know you talked about the Pikmin.
Oh yeah, that one.
Okay.
Like that Nintendo just said, like, they just did damage control and said, that was not accurate. We're not releasing these games at this time. And it's like, okay, Nintendo. All right, whatever you say, Nintendo. I think they're coming, but you know, it's fine. But it does raise a lot of questions about, you know, if Metroid Prime 2 Echoes is added to the Switch Online, that's kind of a lot of evidence that Metroid Prime 2 Remaster won't come out, or at least won't come out for a really long time. So I don't know why that would do that, but I don't know. We've seen games get released on NSO after the remake, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but I don't know. We also, like, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are on Switch Online right now, and everyone's really screaming for a remake. So I don't know. There might. I really think that Ocarina of Time as a remake is possible in the future. We will just have to see. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to be handling NSO. Oh, the Virtual Boy 2 was another new announcement.
Yeah, February 17th.
That's all right. I'm not too interested. People are like, the new F-Zero unreleased. Nobody plays those. Nobody plays those. Don't start with me. Star Fox 2, you know, the unreleased Star Fox 2 on a Super Nintendo. Like, nobody plays that. Like, people get really excited, and it is cool that we get some Lost Media. I know there's big fan groups for Lost Media, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't think it's going to be all that. I tried the Virtual Boy at Nintendo Museum, and I was like, yeah, no, not going to be too into this. Yeah. I think that's everything.
Okay. The last piece, this is not even a full conversation. It's just kind of those, I'm glad it's still around. But Beyond Good and Evil 2, creative director says that they are delivering a remarkable game. Happy that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still in existence after everything else just kind of crashed with Ubisoft, and they had to throw away a bunch of games basically. So I'm glad that one's still around, though I have a feeling the reason why it's still around is because they put so much money into it, and they're like, we got to get this money. Like we're already there. They already had a flub with Skull and Bones, and you know, you just, they got to get this money.
Sheesh. Yeah, that's interesting that it's still, like, they're still going to deliver. Okay, that's good to hear. I'm a little worried.
Right.
I think long development times are never a good thing.
Yeah, agreed.
It's different with GTA, you know, but for other game companies, especially like one like Ubisoft,
it means you don't know what to do with it.
Means something's not working here. So yeah, there's not real. They're trolling. They're starting development now, but they're not going to say none. Right.
It's just like Epic and Half-Life. Like it's there. It's there in the vault. We're just waiting. We're just waiting to let it go.
Watch 2 story mode. That man, Blizzard. Blizzard, how you have all this money and it's taken forever to get that story mode out? I don't understand.
All right, so Triple M said for me, my argument is that I don't like having my games on the console. I like my games being separated from the console. If it dies, I still have the games. That's true.
That's where your account will come in, but then he says he lost his mail.
Right. I was gonna say that.
Email.
I mean, game key cards hold that idea as well. So you still got the physical stuff. J Big said I hated Virtual Boy when it was out. And then he said Triple M said, plus I lost my earlier email and the games on them are gone physically still with me. Yeah, that really hurts. That really hurts. So yeah, so that's officially going to do it for us, guys. We still hit a good 2 hours and 20 minutes, so it's still great. It's still great. But with that being said, thank you guys for coming through. We really appreciate you. And showing up and holding us down. If I can actually find our song, because I don't ever remember what I named it. That's what it's called.
There we go.
It's actually I'm a Christian. We have a whole rap to this song, and I'm like, what is the name of this song again? So thank you, Triple M, for coming through. Thank you, Jay Biggs, for holding us down. Ibs, Vigil came through and show some love. Appreciate that. 8 Ball Square. Thank you for coming through. This is the one rare time that J Mac didn't come through. I think she's actually doing something, or she's probably asleep. Dark Void, thank you for coming through. Switch After Dark. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Gonna have to get him back on the channel. And everybody else in Twitterland, Instagram, and Twitch, thank you guys for coming through. Before we get up out of here, my co-host Cisco, what you got up for us?
Nothing too crazy. Just gonna keep trying to, get uploads done. Just same old. I've been getting really on top of it with content lately. I think I've uploaded maybe 4 or 5 times in the past week. So that's pretty good. Again, the Switch, why I love the Switch 2 video is doing pretty well. I was just checking the analytics right now. Seems like it's getting more and more views. For a channel like me, 300 views is a lot. But I know I am capable of, like, some of my best videos have like 15 to 155K. It's like it can range pretty well. So I'm chasing those. I'm trying to see where the gold is or the diamonds are. I'm trying to strike gold, and I don't know what's. I think Nintendo right now, news wise, are like the audience. I think it's kind of dry right now. So I think that's where. But I think once we start getting these directs coming in, I think that's when a lot of viewers are going to start pouring in. Right now, a lot of people are mad at Nintendo, and that's what's like kind of the big thing. But what I think Tomodachi Life is really bringing in a lot of that love back. I think once we get a Zelda or a Mario, I think that's when we'll be officially back. But yeah, until then, I'm just gonna keep making my videos as passionate as I can and just enjoy the ride. So, yeah.
All right. And y'all know how we do it here every Saturday at 7 o'clock. We will not have one tomorrow because it is J Mac's birthday. So we're going to chill on that. But we will be back next Saturday and maybe even possibly even before then. We'll see. Go ahead and check out our videos as well that we have weekly. And I know I got to sneeze. It's sitting right there. Oh, my gosh. It's not coming out. But Sunday at 7 o'clock as well as the Winging It podcast. Make sure you guys head over there to Winging It podcast, where you can find me, Jack, Jay, Shadow Fox, Andre, the game idea guy, and whoever else is on for as a guest. And then Monday is the Jill podcast. I swear I'm going to be back there soon. Just got to find a Monday where I'm not busy. Other than that, we will have other videos coming out throughout the week leading up to the Stormcast, as Cisco said as well, on his channel and shorts. So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you.